Hi, I am Chris. Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. In today's practice, we are going to focus on our emotions and releasing through flow and breath. And be sure to like and subscribe. Let's get started. So we're going to begin on our backs. Just let everything relax, melting into the mat, walking the shoulders away from the ears. Close your eyes, and let's just tune in to our breath, breathing in through the nose, and slowly breathing out through the nose. Feel the rise and the fall of the chest with each breath. Tune in to anything going on in the body, any tension, anxiety, stress. Setting maybe an intention that we can move through those emotions and let them just release and fall out of our bodies, fall off of the bodies, just disappear. Knowing how wonderful that would feel. Take another deep breath, let the belly rise, and slowly exhale through the nose. Then we're going to bend the knees, and we're going to walk the feet in a little closer to the hips. Make those adjustments, reaching the fingertips towards the heels. Feels so good just to relax and melt into your mat. We're going to slowly bring your knees in and hug them into the chest. Give a little rock side to side. Relaxing through the shoulders. And then finding our center again. Releasing those feet back to the floor. Realigning the toes. Turning them in just a little. Reaching the fingertips to the heels. We're going to take a bridge. We're going to inhale as we rise up into that bridge, lengthening through the spine, not overarching, and then slowly exhale, lowering those hips back down. And then let's do that one more time, lifting to your bridge and lowering back down. And then we're going to hug the knees one more time into the chest with a little rock side to side. Massaging out that low back. Again, any tension, just let it go. Who needs tension, right? We don't. And then we're going to find our center, give it a squeeze, those knees into the chest. Then I want you to bring your knees to about 90 degrees at the hips and the knees, right about there. We're going to reach our fingertips to the sky. So you're really feeling the belly pulling into the spine into the back. And then what you're going to do, make adjustments, feel what feels good to you. If they're out a little further and it feels hard on the back, you can always bring them back in. So make those adjustments. And you're going to take your right arm and you're going to reach it towards your knee as your knee reaches away. And reach your left arm over your head. So your arms and your legs are going the opposite way. And then we're going to release and switch. So you're lengthening through one side of the body as the other is pulling up and in. And then reach again. Alternate arms and legs. Lengthening. Let's check in with our breath as we pull the knee in and the arm overhead, breathing in. Nice exhale as you switch. Inhale as you reach overhead. One more time each side. Last one. And let's hug the knees into the chest again. So that's a nice way just to help warm up the body. We're going to release the feet to the floor. Go ahead and bring your arms out to the side like a T. Feet are flat. Now you're going to drop both knees to your right. And you're going to look to the left. Take a deep breath in here. Now on your exhale, I want you to push the belly into the spine. Lift those knees and let them drop to the other side, to the left. And turn your head to the right. Take a breath in. On your exhale, switching sides again. Turning your head the opposite way one more time. This is, again, warming up the body Exhaling, twisting the opposite way, turning the head away from the knees. Breathing in, this time coming back to center. Now we're going to bring those knees again back to 90 degrees. You're welcome to leave them on the floor. We're going to repeat what we just did. I want you to flex them, toes, knees, hips, 90 and 90. Now we're going to drop the knees to the right, and you're welcome to do this again, but the feet on the floor. Turn your head to the left, breathe in. Exhaling, lifting those legs, dropping them to the opposite side, looking away, and then bringing them up and twisting again. Bringing them up one more time and twisting, turning away. And then coming back to center, hugging those knees into the chest, maybe lifting the nose towards the knees, breathing in, and then exhaling all the way back down. Now you're welcome to turn to your side, or you can hold on to your legs, rolling ourselves all the way up. And we're going to flip around and take a child's pose here. So just take a break, sliding your hips back to your heels, knees apart, feet together, and just melt for a moment. Shift side to side, stretching out that low back. Again, tune in. Is there any emotions going on in the body? Any tensions? Stuff going on, letting it go. Exhale it out. Reaching those fingertips forwards, coming out of our child's pose, and we're going to slowly tuck our toes. We're going to meet together in mountain. So I want you to lift yourself up, walk your feet forward, so you're shifting almost through a downward facing dog, coming towards that forward fold, bending the knees, and starting just to rise, getting ourselves off the floor, reaching to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart space. And then go and open up to your mountain at the top of your mat. Shoulders roll back and down. Look down at your toes. Make sure the toes are pointing forward and there's about a fist or two distance between them. Fingers to the floor, palms open. Now, close our eyes. Feel your toes, your heels, the whole foot grounding into the earth. 5 breaths here. So take a nice deep breath in, grounding your feet into the floor. Continue breathing in slow and out slow. Feeling a relaxation coming over the body as you breathe in. Feeling yourself becoming lighter with each breath. You have one more breath to go. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach the arms overhead. All the way up. Exhale, palms to heart space. Nice. You're going to take a step back and turn yourself all the way longwise on the mat. Turning forward. I step back with my right, either way because you're facing nice and wide, toes slightly turned out, bringing the arms up, finding star. Inhaling. Again, now this is where we're going to start to move through those emotions. We're going to exhale, elbows to ribs, bending into moonflower. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Inhale, lift. So it's slow and controlled. Exhale down. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. And notice the difference in the body as you move. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Halfway there. We have about 5 more to go. Lengthening. Sometimes you get a little snap, crackle, pop. That was my knees that just popped. And exhale, inhale, and exhale. Lengthening through each part of the body, through the tissue. Lengthen, lengthen. One more. Exhale. Now we're going to come all the way up and inhale. Now we're changing it up. We're going to go to sunflower. So you're going to bend into a squat, sweep, plant those seeds, come up, grab the sun, the rain. Exhale back down to the earth. Inhaling and lifting. Exhaling and lowering. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. So we're doing each of these 10 times. Tap and down. So this is 5. We're halfway there. Let's do 5 more. And lift and exhale. 2. We have 3 more. See if you can get a little more range of motion. And remember, just let things go. If any frustration is coming up in the body, letting it go. 2 more. And down and up. We have 1 more. And we're building heat in the body. Down. And inhale, lift. Close your eyes for a moment. Exhale, palms to heart space. Feel the blood flowing. Feel everything going on in the body. Go ahead and open your eyes. Now we're going to bring the feet together all the way. You can step or hop, whatever you want. Bring the feet and the thighs all the way together. We're not done with our flow. We're going to inhale, lift those arms as we sit into a chair, Utkatasana. Draw those shoulders down. And we're going to inhale, rise. Lengthen, exhale back into chair. We're only doing this one 5 times. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, draw the chin in. And then we're going to lift up and lengthen. And then sit those hips back. So now you can see a little better. Draw those shoulder blades down as you look between the hands. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, back to chair. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, back down. And then just pause here. Find that lovely space, feeling the quads and everything working. Bring the palms to heart space. Add a forward fold. Feel that nice relief as the legs straighten. Heel toe the feet a little bit wider. So there's about hip distance apart. I want you to soften the knees, and we're going to slowly rise all the way up. Inhale, inhale. Tap the fingers. Exhale to forward fold. Again, 5 times. Soften the knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Soften the knees or bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, fold. Now, if you are facing forward, turn towards the front of your mat. If you're not there, we're going to bend the knees. We're going to place the hands down, and we're just going to step straight back into a downward facing dog. And slide those hips back towards your back side. Slide them backwards, pulling your belly towards your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Go up under the toes. Now I want you to exhale and lower your knees wide. Find your second child's pose of the day. Sliding all the way down. And just rest here for a moment. Feel the stretch through the armpits. Tune into your emotions again. Check in from when you started. Maybe there's a little less tension, less anxiety, feeling a little better, got the blood flowing. 1 more breath. And then we're slowly going to come up into tabletop so we can work our way through cat-cow. So I want you to draw the hands underneath the shoulders. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And cat-cow. So again, we're going to flow through this 10 times. So you're going to draw your chin to your chest, round through your back. Nice exhale, push to the tops of the feet. Inhale, arch, and then exhale, round. 1 breath, 1 movement. And inhale, then exhale, round. Maybe your breath is quicker, maybe it's slower than mine. That's okay. Just continue to move in and out of your cat-cow, getting a little deeper into your posture each time, really pulling those shoulders away from the ears. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, round. About halfway there. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Getting closer. Maybe you have more range of motion now. Maybe feel some looseness Opening up that thoracic spine as we inhale. Exhale, stretching out that low back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Let's do one more, because we can. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Now we're going to find our neutral spine. So when we find our neutral spine, we're looking at our thumbs, our shoulders are relaxed. Try to center your body weight and slowly extend your right hand from your shoulder and extend your left leg straight to back. And flex your left leg, and left foot, and hold. Just hold and breathe. We're going to hold and breathe for 3 breaths here. They're long and slow, gentle and deep. We have 1 more to go. And then you'll slowly place the hand and the knee on the floor. We're going to switch sides. So extend that left arm, look down at your thumb, extend the right leg, flex the foot. Solid core here. And we're breathing. So we're starting to challenge the body here. Challenge our strength as we move through things. 1 more breath. And then bring the hands and the knees to the floor. We're going to walk our hands forward. Let's find our downward facing dog. Slide those hips up, press into the fingertips. We're not staying here too long because we're just going to walk our feet forward, finding our forward fold. Feet about hip distance apart. We're going to lengthen and inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, rise all the way up. Good, we're going to work our way to sun salute B. So we're going to bring the palms to heart space. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the nose. Good. Inhale to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back. Then the left foot, finding your plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling it up, dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the right leg up. Inhale, right leg up. Bend the knee. Bring it between the hands. Coming up to warrior 1. Drawing it up. Find that warrior 1. Open it up. And then exhale all the way back down. Hands on the floor. Find that lunge. Step back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up. And bend the knee, bring it forward, finding your warrior 1. Other foot is forward. And then exhale, fold. Stepping back into plank to chaturanga. As you exhale, inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now here we're going to take 5 breaths. Pull those shoulders away from the ears, slide those hips back. Belly towards the thigh. And we're just breathing here. Maybe let your head hang heavy. Look at your knees or your toes. Pushing into the fingertips. Again, check in with the emotions. Maybe there's frustration. Maybe this is challenging. Go up into the toes, back down towards the heels. Now walk your feet forward. Forward fold. Now we're going to rise to chair. Inhale, lift those arms, sinking into that chair. And then rise all the way back up, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend or soften the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Tap the fingers. Exhale, palms to heart space. Let's open to mountain. So this next part, we're going to really focus on our breath and holding our postures. So we might find some good challenges here, and we want to work through them. Draw those shoulders back and down. Draw that chin in alignment. I want you to close your eyes and feel your feet grounding into the earth, softening the knees. 5 full, long, gentle, deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose, filling the belly. And exhaling through the nose, emptying the belly. And again, inhaling. And exhaling through the nose. Inhaling again. Exhaling. Feel the rise and fall of the chest. Inhaling. The belly. Exhaling. We have one more breath. Feel the calmness and the relaxation coming over the body. Especially as you exhale that last breath in. Bring your palms to heart space. Feel how gentle your body now feels. The blood is flowing, maybe the heart rate's up a little, but yet you still feel good. We're going to take the right foot back to warrior one. So maybe take a peek back, find where that foot goes, draw those arms up, and slide those shoulder blades back into place. Thumbs face the back wall. Maybe make adjustments with your hips, turning that right hip forward, bending into that front knee, opening up, never feeling any pinching in that low back. Now once you settle into your posture, you want to sink as deep as you can, and now 5 breaths here as well. And we want to find that position that we're comfortable in when we breathe. So as we breathe, we can feel our strength, and we can also feel the body start to melt deeper into that posture. Make sure your head and neck is not tense. Need 2 more breaths here. Noticing if you can sink a little deeper on your last one. Now before we go too far, before we transition out, bring those palms to heart space. There you go. Feel that, everything going on in the body. Now you're going to straighten out that front leg. And you're going to start to shift into pyramid. So as we're shifting, make sure your hips are not rotated. They're both facing the front as you hinge forward at that hip. Starting to lean forward. Now your hands can be at heart space. You can have them on the hips. Maybe you reach for your thigh, your shin, or maybe even the floor. Now if you'd like, you can make it more challenging by walking your foot a little closer to the midline of the body. And as we do that, if your hips start to twist to the left, twist them to the right. Draw your head towards your knee. Relax your shoulders. 5 breaths here once we sink into it. Fill the belly, fill with air. And then exhaling. Feel the lengthening in the back of the legs. Last breath. Now we're going to add a challenge here of a balance challenge. So you're going to lift up off your back heel, bend your front knee, reach your left hand to the floor. Kick up your back leg. We're finding a half moon. Bringing your hand to your hip, lengthen and find that balance. Flex that back leg. Really open up. Now, if you have a wall, this is a great stretch to do against a wall. Or you can use a block under your hand on the floor. Now we're doing 5 breaths here. And I'm wobbling into my wall. Just holding that, those 5 breaths. And then slowly bringing the hand to the floor, bend that back knee and pull the feet together. Find your forward fold. And just hang out here for a moment, shake out the head. Slowly roll it up. Nice and slow. Let your hands draw up the thighs. When you get towards the top, roll the shoulders back and down. Then add the arms overhead. Exhale, palms to heart space. Close your eyes in our mountain for a moment. And again, grounding into the earth. Check in again, emotions, and just releasing them through our flow. Let go of any self-doubt. Just let it go. We're going to switch sides now. So now we're going to take a breath in. I want you to step back with the left foot, finding your warrior one. Adjust those hips, draw those arms up. Make those adjustments. Thumbs pull towards the back wall, shoulders relaxed, lengthen through the neck. Now once you get into that position, that wonderful posture, start your breaths, counting down for 5 of them. And everybody's a little different space on how fast or slow your tempo of your breath is. No right or wrong. Just continue to breathe. Appreciate the strength of your body. Feel a little bit of tension releasing. Maybe you're becoming a little lighter with each breath. 2 more breaths here. Sinking a little deeper with each one. And then after your last one, bringing the palms to heart space. And then we get to straighten out that front leg. Find that adjustment going into our pyramid. Hinging forward at the hip. Hands can be on the hips, heart, thigh, or shin, or the floor. And here I'm making a couple adjustments. Feel free to make adjustments. What feels good to you. Both legs are straight. I walked my back foot in a little this time, and then my right. Draw your nose to your knee. Try to relax your shoulders, and then 5 breaths here. Feeling the lengthening through that back hamstring and calf. Feel the back outer edge of your foot pushing into the floor. Keep on breathing. Now, when we finish with those 5 breaths, we're going to lift off that back heel. We're going to kick it off the floor, finding our half moon. Lengthening, twisting, finding that balance. Opening things up, 5 breaths once you get there. Use a wall if needed. One side might be easier than the other as well. This is my left hip up, so I'm a little bit tighter on this side. And then after your 5th breath, we're going to bring the other hand to the floor, bend the knee, bring both feet forward to a forward fold. Moved off my mat there for a moment. And just hang out there, swing the head around and around, and then shift the body back and forth. Good. Now, when we're down here in our forward fold, let's bend the knees. Let's inhale and take a rise. Rise up to the sky, and then exhale, forward fold, swan dive all the way back down. We're going to bend both knees. Now, you're going to step back with your right foot. Step back to a low lunge. This is where you might want to use a block. Feel free. Now, we're going to work our way a different way into pigeon. Again, sometimes life takes us in a different path than we're used to, so we have to adjust. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands both on the inside and the shoulder on the inside of that left foot. Walk the foot to the right side of your mat, and then draw that left knee down to the floor. Now, feel free to throw a block or pillow or blanket under that hip, and then you're going to lower your right knee and the top of your foot to the floor. A different way to get into pigeon. Now you start to shift your body side to side so it can get used to it. Our body likes challenge, and change is the only thing that we can count on, right? It's just constant in our lives. We're going to walk our arms forward. Feel free to stack your hands. Melting into your pigeon. Now this is where we want to really focus on our emotions, especially when we're stretching through the hips. Notice what's going on. I want you to breathe in and give a nice, strong exhale through the mouth. And pretend as you're breathing out through the mouth, do that 3 more times. All of that tension, anything in the hip, that's what you're exhaling out. Any emotions there. Even if you don't even know how to label them, let them out. 2 more of those. Feel it just open up a little more, relax a little more. On your last breath of your 5 breaths here. And again, we're going to change things up. So now you're going to walk your hands up. Let's open up that hip a bit. That back right hip. Fingertips on the floor, opening up the chest. Lengthening. Now if you're sitting on a block or blanket, maybe sliding it out because we're going to sit on that left hip. And I want you to bring that right leg all the way up and around and hug it in. Sit both hips, butt cheeks down. Reach your left arm around that right knee. Right hand behind you, lift through the spine, a nice twist. So it's a counter stretch, just relieving anything in that hip that was back. 5 breaths again, just feeling that release. So we'll get into that right side a little bit easier than when we get to that. When we get to that other side of the pigeon. But we are not quite done on this side. We're going to move into a little more hip. So what we're going to do is we're going to release that leg, untwist. We're done with those 5 breaths. We're going to straighten out both legs. Now the left leg that we were originally on, I want you to lift it up, hold underneath the shin area, and just draw it side to side. And now you're going to take your right elbow and you're going to place the foot, or you can just keep both arms underneath for cradling the baby. Lots of options. We're going to cradle, interlacing those fingers. Now lift tall. Pull those shoulder blades back and down, and then just shift side to side. And sometimes we make goals in life, and your goal could be as simple as kissing your toe or touching your forehead. Have fun with it. Maybe some of you want to put your foot behind your head. Mine's not going to go there today. And then we're going to slowly release that leg, extend it out, give both legs a shake. We're going to cross the legs and we're going to transition all the way back, coming into our downward facing dog. And then walk those feet forward to your forward fold. Hang out here for a moment. Soften the knees. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive all the way back down. Good. Bend both knees. Now this time you're going to step all the way back with your left leg. So now that right foot's in front. Bring your right shoulder on the inside of your right knee. Walk your foot towards the left side of your mat so you can draw that right knee down. And again, make adjustments. Maybe your foot slides back towards your hip a bit. Slide a block or blanket or something under that hip. Make adjustments. Put the back left knee and the top of your foot on the floor, and then work your way forward. And notice the difference on this hip. Again, same thing here, 5 breaths. And I want you to exhale nice and strong on that exhale. Getting those emotions, whatever is going on in that hip. Maybe it's more the back on this side. Everyone's a little different. Inhaling. Take your time on your breaths. You have 2 more breaths left here. And just relax a little more with this last breath. And then we'll start to walk the hands up, opening up through that left hip. Feels so good. Opening, opening. Now you're going to sit on your right hip and you're going to pull that back leg all the way around. I want you to take your right hand and wrap it around the knee, lift and twist. Open up. Think about your posture. So the chin also is pulling into alignment, feeling that stretch through that left hip and glute. Letting things go, tuning into each breath. So our last breath here. And then we're going to twist back to center, straighten out both legs. And now you're going to take that right leg and just bring it across back and forth. And then if you want to cradle your baby, slide it into the elbow, foot into the elbow. Sit up nice and tall, flexing that left foot. Feeling that stretch through the hip. One more breath because we're doing 5 of them. Approximately, of course. And then we're going to release that leg, straighten out those legs. Let's do a little grounding into the earth by we inhale up, exhale, fold. Find that forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. And then we rise all the way up. Exhale the arms next to the body. Now I want you to bend your knees and scoot yourself a little bit forward so you have room behind you to lay back when we get there. We're going to find our boat pose. Relax your shoulders, hold on to the back of the thighs. Start to lean back till you feel that core starting to engage. Now you can stay here holding on, you can release. You're going to find that posture again because we're going to hold it for 5 breaths. And then you're going to reach your arms out and relax the shoulders again. Lengthen through the neck and then start your 5 breaths. Inhaling through the nose, filling the belly, and then exhaling, pushing the belly in. But we're adding a little caveat. We're going to start to sink back with each breath and a breathe in again. And then as you exhale, you're starting to melt towards the floor. So you're going to start to get a little shaky. I am. Inhaling and exhaling. So we're on 3. We have 2 more to go. Relax the shoulders, inhale, exhale again. So we got 1 more, and we can really extend, and then all the way to the floor. Oh, go ahead and adjust yourself on your mat. You can bend your knees, bring your feet in nice and close. Oh, the solid earth feels fantastic. So our toes are gonna turn in about half an inch. Hands next to the body, maybe reach for the toes or the heels. Let's take a bridge, and we're going to breathe in as we lengthen through the spine, opening up the chest, and then I want you to exhale. Let everything melt back to the floor. Maybe close your eyes and tune into what's going on in the body as we inhale and lift again, drawing the knees slightly in, and then exhale down. Slowly lifting. Inhaling, we're doing these 5 times. Lucky number 5 today. Exhale down. We did 10s and 5s. And then we're going to inhale, lift again. Lengthening a little more each time and lower. Last one. We're going to inhale, lift and lengthen and open. And then exhale down. Now we're going to bring our arms back out to the side in a T. Feet are going to stay right where they are. And this time we're going to drop both knees to the right. But I want you to twist your head to the left. Now we're going to hold this for 5 breaths. If you have a variation of this that you would like, feel free to change it up a little bit. Now I'm going to give you a little option here. You can even take your bottom leg and cross it on top of the left thigh or the knee, if that's in your practice. If not, just keeping your leg down underneath is fine. 2 more breaths here. Then after your second one, we're going to bring the head back to neutral. We're slowly going to lift the knees, realign the hips and the feet before you go to the left side, and then turn your head to the right. And again, same thing on this side. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you notice if there's any tension going on in the hip or the back. Maybe you want more of a challenge and you want to cross your leg over the thigh, like the left ankle over the right thigh is a possibility, or you keep it underneath. And those 5 breaths here. And also notice if just slowing down and having to breathe is a challenge for you. Maybe this is what your body needs, or your mind, to just quiet itself and to focus on one thing, letting go of the mind chatter. After your last 5th breath, turn your head to neutral, bring those knees up. Now we're going to hug the knees into the chest and give it a rock side to side. Massaging out that low back. we're going to find our center, and I want you to bring both knees to 90 degrees, finding that position. You can hold on to them if you need to, or bring them out to the side like a T. We're going to bring the knees and the feet all the way together, and you're going to drop them towards your right side, but you're going to pull them upward as they're dropping to the right towards your arm, and then turn your head the opposite way, but keeping your left shoulder on the floor. So if the knees are down here and you can keep the shoulder and you start to draw them up and your shoulder comes up, just keep your knees a little bit lower. That is fine. And breathe. So you might feel more of a stretch to the chest and the arm. And life will stretch us sometimes, not just physically, but emotionally, depending on what we're doing. We're going to bring the head to neutral. And we're going to slowly use those core muscles, lift those legs way back to that 90 degrees. Walk those shoulders away from the ears because you get to try the other side. So drop both knees to your left. Turn your head to the right. Pull those knees up. Now one side, you might feel more of a stretch in the chest than the other. And that's just something to take notice of. We're focused on our 5 breaths. Maybe we slow it down a little. Hopefully you're not hurrying through it. Feel the body relax a little bit more. Now we're going to slowly bring the head to neutral, come back to center, and then hug the knees into the chest. Give them a rock side to side. So one more here. We're going to extend the legs all the way up to a supported staff pose, flexing the feet and then point. You can hold behind the thighs, or you can let the hands rest next to the body. Maybe close the eyes. This is a great one if you have a wall during the day sometime. Just slide up against the wall and put your legs up and just relax here. It's such a wonderful release for the hips. One more breath. You might feel the blood flow coming down from the feet. And then we're going to hug the knees into the chest. Let's take a breath in and bring the nose towards the knees. And then extend all the way back to the floor. We're going to release those legs. We're going to walk the legs all the way to the end of the mat and just let the legs fall open. If you have a blanket, you can always place it on your hips. Walk your shoulders away from your ears. Let's turn the palms up. We're going to find our Shavasana. And once we get there, we'll relax, rock the hips side to side, close the eyes. And then just let the body relax. Feel the legs get heavy and just fall open. Feel your arms start to get heavy and they adjust to where they need to go. Now as you breathe in energy, love, whatever feels good to you. And then as you exhale, releasing any negative emotions, frustration, tension, anxiety, let it go. Breathe in again, filling the belly. And as you exhale, pull the belly in to squish out the excess air. I want you to do 2 breaths right here in the silence. Then start to move your feet by walking them in closer to the body. Toes to the sky, reach the arms overhead, take a full body stretch. Because now everything is just better. And then bend both knees, bring your arms next to the body, shift to the hip, one hip or the other, roll to whatever side feels good to you. We're just going to push ourselves all the way up. We're going to come to a nice, tall, seated posture, adjusting the spine and the head, rolling the shoulders back and down. Go ahead and close your eyes as you adjust the posture. See if you're leaning forward. Can you lean back? Turn your palms up. And again, today's practice was flowing and breathing and releasing any of emotions. So breathe in through the nose. Nice strong exhale through the mouth. Place your hands across your heart. Thank your body. Thank yourself. Say a little thank you under your breath. Thank you. And then press your palms together, thumbs touching the heart space. Close your eyes, draw your chin down towards your hands. And then lift up the head, reach the palms up to the sky, take a breath in, and then exhale back down, namaste.